still burning. They must have just left.
There's a barracks over there.
Daniels, you and Stiles check it out. Aiello, with me.
They wanted to hide whatever happened here.
Hopefully they didn't do what we think they did.
These were our guys.
Take out your camera. The world's gotta know. They had them living worse than animals, from the looks of it. They were beaten, starved, and worked to the bone.
Over here.
The Nazis had murdered our boys in cold blood, and no fire in hell could burn away the stain.
I'm guessing they made an example out of him.
They'd slaughtered the weakest, anyone that was slowing them down.
Daniels, over here. Daniels. Daniels, you gotta see this. Tracks lead to the fields. That's where they must have marched them.
Then that's where we're going.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, Corporal.
I made a promise to Zussman.
We'll find him. I just can't guarantee we'll find him alive.
Sergeant, I'll take point. Zussman!
Red! Red, take the shot!
Everything's coming full circle. All I'd done, all I wish I'd done. It's like my whole life is leading to this moment.
We need to head home, baby brother.
Paul!
You died right there in the snow. All because I couldn't. Damn it. I'm coming, Zussman. You're not gonna die, brother. Not now. Not today.
Zussman! Zussman!
Hören Sie! Bewegung! Los!
Man.
Hören Sie! Bewegung! Los!
Red, take the shot! Take the shot! Take the shot! Take the shot!
Yeah.
Is it over? You must be dreaming.
What'd they do?
Thought you were left behind. And I'm going to die alone out here.
Drink some. Easy now.
Okay, come on, let's get on. Into the Jeep, come on. Jim.
You You always looked out for me, Paul. And I reckon you did today. Because there's only one thing that keeps you going on that long march. And that's having your brothers beside you.
When history called, you answered. From all walks of life, you came to defend peace and freedom. I thank you, and the world thanks you. Wherever your path takes you, know this. You will always be amongst a brotherhood of heroes.
Well, this is it, fellas.
Zussman wanted you to have it.
And you'll need it more than me. You got a kiddo now.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Gentlemen. Queens! Your prodigal son returns!
So he's a New Yorker. That's nice.
You okay?
Gotta say bye to Zussman. Going home, Sergeant?
I am home. What about you? You gonna re-up?
I've been away from Texas for a long time.
You take care, farm boy.
I will. When my son asks what I did, I'll tell him I fought with the first. And that crazy bastard Pearson.
Crazy ain't the half of it.
If you're ever in Chicago,
I'll get there.
oh, yeah, maybe I'll surprise you in Longview first.
You're welcome anytime.
You know, when they captured us, it wasn't just our freedom that they took. Even though we were together, we were alone, looking for any way to survive. But you could have gone home a hero. Why'd you come back?
I saw that life. Just couldn't live it. To the end.
To the end.
I'm guessing that's the ending. 2 weeks later, Longview,
The
Texas.
dream was different last night. This time we made it home. Together. I can still hear the wolves, Paul. Sometimes I still see them coming. But you showed me how to fight them. So this belongs to you. Because the sacrifice you made taught me that a hero will risk it all to save his brother. And you'll always be both to me.
Okay, I'm gonna give it this. Great. But not so great. The story is awesome. It pulls you in every moment of it. But the only thing I would say you're missing... Actually, no, the only thing that you did... You didn't make it feel like a final mission. I would have said that mission, at least like they could have added like 2-3 more missions in it. But if they're following somebody's storyline, how like an actual soldier, if it's based on a true story, I can't argue with that. And truthfully, that's a fairy tale. When it comes to war, that's a fairy tale. But I gotta admit, Call of Duty World War II, a few things that I didn't like, but a lot of things I loved about it. One, it's mainly not the futuristic bullcrap that Call of Duty has been making for a while. I wouldn't say most of them are bullcrap. They're pretty entertaining. The stories are actually pretty good. It's just way too much when it comes to that futuristic stuff. There's like a limit. Black Ops 2 was kind of like that balance where it was modern yet future. Like, probably like 20 years in the future on how our military would end up being like. But after Advanced Warfare, it was a little bit too much. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And I'll probably continue playing it because there's Nazi zombies and there's multiplayer. Actually, no, I played the beta multiplayer. The game modes are fun, but honestly, it's the type of game that I don't want to play too much of. Like, old Call of Duty was my thing. Constant team death matches, decent wise guns. World at War, I remember playing a little bit of the multiplayer, but I didn't like the multiplayer a lot. Mainly because I felt like the guns weren't good, like, you couldn't find the right setup. It's not really the right setup, it's more like the old-fashioned guns just don't reach my satisfaction of how guns should be now. So when it comes to like modern guns, it's pretty much Ghost, Modern Warfare, pretty much those. But yeah, definitely they did outstanding. Story, the ending of it, I felt like there should have been more. But truthfully, I can't argue with it. When it comes to the story mode, you have to make it feel like a movie. If not, then what's the point? Just make it like, I don't know, make it like Destiny without a story mode. Okay, so make it like Destiny 1, where you can't play it unless it's online. But yeah, Call of Duty franchise possibly saved themselves for the first time players, the year one players, the people that have been playing Call of Duty since the beginning, the love of it. Because everyone knows, at least in my head, at least 30% of the people loved the whole futuristic thing. But the other portion was more of like, they're fine with it, but it just doesn't feel like Call of Duty. But that's just my perspective. That's really mine. I know a lot of people that are pretty much the same way. Especially a friend of mine, actually no, my manager. Dude's in his 50s, 60s, and he plays Xbox One. And when I mentioned that I was lucky enough to have Friday off, and he's like, he asked me, what are you gonna do Friday? I'm like, well, as soon as it hits 12 o'clock at night on freaking Thursday, I'm gonna be playing Call of Duty World War II. And he's like, oh, for real? I forgot that was coming out. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta get it. I'm like, well, definitely pre-order it. And I told him tonight that I told him what console he has, and he said that he has Xbox One, to pre-order it because I don't know if it's the same for Xbox One, but PS4, I know when you pre-order a game, they pre-install it, and then as soon as it hits 12 o'clock, it's usually about like 30 seconds you gotta wait after 12 o'clock, and you can instantly start playing the game. But yeah, I missed it. I missed the old-fashioned classic style of Call of Duty. All the futuristic